Game time. Married to the game, but his kid don't play. Know all about the heat like Dwayne on Wade. His records don't fade. How I run inside the lane is insane. You saying now, what is you saying?
You can tell by the energy that it's game time. Giving you sports and entertainment at the same time. Roy coming with the X's and O's, while Lakita got the scoop on what you need to know.
Back to the wall, that's a Hall of Fame. Make it so hot that they call out the flames. Made them holler things, how we on $1 way just to get up all the ring, if you know what I mean.
We got the super team, we going for the chip. No matter what the pitch, we got another hit. Know the main reason why the fans go nuts? It's married to the game, yeah, we so clutch.
If nothing else remains the same, I'm married to the game. Players and teams will change. I'm married to the game. People always come and go, but I'm married to the flow. If nothing else remains the same, we're married to the game. Yeah, I'm married to the game.
Yeah. What's going on, good peoples? My name is Rory Sharrock.
And I'm Ellakisha O'Kelley.
And this is Married to the Game. Flavor beyond flavor. Blasting through your digital speakers from the beautiful city of Atlanta, GA.
Is blasting like your go-to? Because, I mean, you do blasting. Like, I mean, I noticed that.
That's when it's, you know, that fire that it's coming through. Because it's not on your regular monotone. This isn't the Quiet Storm or the News Hour. This is Married to the Game, blasting through your digital speakers.
Blasting. Okay, I got it. That's like is it like because you're a journalist, you like to use those like explosive type words? Is that what it is?
I can roll with that because I am the 20-year sports writer. That's my role on this cruise ship that we going on. I hit you in the head with all the stats, the hot button storylines, all that good stuff.
And of course, the number one person of this team, the person who
the brain trust.
Yeah, there you go. You learn well. I take I'm the novice, casual fan, but I'm the one who makes this what it is. The comical one, the one that you all listen to every week, that y'all come back for. Me.
Action.
Okay.
The theatrics. Like you're in acting school.
I know.
But speaking of schools.
Yes.
You remember back to school night? First when you were a kid and then as a parent.
I would rather remember it as a parent.
When I was a kid, I used to think back to school night because I was a little mischievous that the teachers were going to get a little early.
Stop. Nope. You cannot quickly go over that.
I was mischievous.
No. Wow.
I got a smart alecky mouth.
That you do.
Witty comebacks.
Check.
And I'm always talking, running.
Okay. I get it.
But
yeah,
like I told them, I have insightful things to say. Y'all need to hear.
Hon.
But I would be afraid that the teachers would always kind of try to, Miss Sharrock, your son is always talking. He's always doing this. Yeah. And it's just back to school night supposed to be the welcome.
Right.
Into the school year.
So are you mean to tell me you already had like a...
It was the meet and greet with the teachers and the principals. That's what it was supposed to be. So your
back to school night was a parent-teacher conference to let them
Well, that's what I was always afraid. That was always afraid of because I knew I was doing that. I was running my yap when I was supposed to be listening.
Okay.
But we're headed back to school. But when you were going back to school, when your parents went, because you were
first of all,
a hellraiser.
No, I was not. I was not a hellraiser. I was a very natural born yes, I was a hellraiser.
There you go.
Yes. That's why we're just going to talk about me as a parent, remember?
Okay.
So my back to school as a parent, my kids were good.
All right.
Our kids were good.
Okay.
When they're good, they're my kid. When they're bad, they're your kid. So my kids were good.
Well, we're headed back to school, not for the kids, and definitely not flashing back to the 80s when we were kids.
Psst, thank you.
But we're going to walk all over college campuses, in hallways in high school. It's a Southern thing. So this should be right up your alley.
Why should it be right up my
Because
alley?
you're always clamoring about the South and this, that, and the other.
The South is where it's at. So, yeah, you're right. Let's go.
So our first class covers the ACC, the Atlantic Coast Conference. Andrew Carter of the Raleigh News and Observer joins us to break down all things going on for the ACC in football.
Okay, and what does ACC stand for, my dear?
Atlantic Coast Conference.
Atlantic.
See, back to school now, you need to be paying attention.
Atlantic Coast Conference.
Atlantic.
Atlantic.
Like the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay,
This is back to school night.
right.
All right, but we're covering all levels of school.
Okay.
Law school, too.
Whoa.
So former track speedster turned coach, now Esquire, Ellakisha O'Kelley.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so she's going to step aside from court and talk sports and law with us.
Now, you know her name already sounds prestigious. Ellakisha O'Kelley.
Esquire. You got to add that into it.
Oh, yes.
Now, could it be anything with back to school? Can you really have a legit back to school night without Friday night lights? High school football?
Not, especially if you live in Texas, you gotta have it. If you live in the South, period, yeah.
That's what I said.
You're right. Come on. I got
This
you.
is a Southern thing.
Southern thing. You're right.
Okay, so our good friend, Daminon Lewis of Prep Sports Nation, teaches us everything you need to know about high school football here in Georgia. You're dramatic. Even when you're not trying to be dramatic, you're dramatic.
It's my natural talent.
But you don't have the acting chops like Kylen Davis.
Burn, shade.
Now, this young man, you know he does his thing on the
He
screen,
does. Oh, my God.
in the classroom, and on the football field. He's a busy guy, but he's going to take some time to talk with us about football, movies, TV, everything.
Well, since we have, I mean, come on.
That's our
Come on.
entertainment.
I mean, since we have Kylen Davis on here, you know.
Maybe he can be your acting tutor.
I mean,
But you don't
come
really
on,
need
can
any
you
more
please
tutorials with
let
acting.
me do me. Let me do my acting thing, because, I mean, we got to act on here. I need to be able to hold my own, you know what I'm saying?
Anyone with
Can't
two
let
ears
him
and that can,
know.
anyone with 2 ears and they can
got you.
understand English can hear
I'm
that you're acting, that you're dramatic. It's a loaded show. Go old school. You got your Trapper Keeper and your loose leaf notebook
Yeah.
with the folders, you know,
Yeah.
with the animals and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. And your pencil erasers that smell like strawberries or chocolate?
Or the pencil fighting. See, you don't know about pencil fighting.
Or the playing the football with the paper?
Tabletop football. Yeah. That's old back to school night. Old
All right,
school.
let's go.
Or the new age. They got, you know, with the laptops, the iPads, the flash drive. We're going all over the syllabus for the upcoming school year. It's back to school night, right?
Yes.
Classes in session.
Right here on Married to the Game.
Yo, college football kicks off this weekend.
All right. Aren't we all excited? You hear my excitement?
Could you not be any more sarcastic? I thought I was the one that's the king of satire. See, you have the bootleg fake satire.
No, I'm happy for you, hon.
You already know.
I know. Shut
Adjust
it
your
down.
schedule accordingly
I know.
because 12 noon, look, whatever errands I got to run, I got to get them in early in the morning, even at the crack of dawn, because 12 noon, I'll even push it to maybe 3:30 because those noon, 1 o'clock games may be a little mediocre.
Yeah.
But the 3:30 and on,
It's
that's when you
just-
get the
it's
good
that-
games.
Yeah.
So whatever I got to do,
You know, I catch you in the morning.
gotta do.
I catch you in the morning.
okay. Now, we've been all over the map with the Power 5 conferences.
Okay.
We already did the SEC.
Check.
We did the Big 10.
Yep.
And we went to the Heartland and did the Big 12.
Big 12.
Now it's time to come back to the Dirty South
Dirty, dirty.
and do the ACC. Come on now. Just give me 3 ACC schools.
3 ACC schools and go, Lakita. You said dirty, dirty. So, Florida.
No. See, you're doing the stalling tactics. But it's
Okay,
come on
okay,
now.
I got it. Mississippi, baby.
No. That's SEC. Florida's SEC too.
Georgia.
Another SEC school. Right here in our backyard, Georgia Tech.
The Yellow Jacket.
We don't live that far from campus.
Well, you
it's
know
downtown.
what? I know schools
or
by
midtown,
the
actually.
mascots.
The Yellow Jackets.
Yes.
North Carolina Tar Heels.
Yes.
Virginia Cavaliers.
The Tar Heels are the light blue.
NC State Wolfpack. Our boy Rashad is a graduate of North Carolina State.
Okay, I take that back. I don't know about the mascots. I know about the colors.
Well, Andrew Carter, he can help you out.
All right, come on, Andrew.
Sports writer from the Raleigh News Observer. He's calling plays from the sideline. So blessed to have him join the show, talk shop, ACC football. Check it out. Andrew Carter from the Raleigh News Observer. Thank you so much for joining us on Married to the Game.
All right, thank you for having me.
And we know that you are the ACC guy. You cover UNC. You got your pulse on the conference, so who better to call on when we're discussing ACC football than you?
Well, I don't know about that. There's probably a bunch of people better, but I'm happy that you called me nonetheless.
All right, so let's go on and get started now. Clemson, they won their first national title since 1981. How are things down there in Death Valley and, with the fact that they have that banner and that flag waving over the stadium that says national champions?
Yeah, obviously, before last season, we saw Clemson take a bunch of steps forward in recent years. They obviously, went to the national championship 2 years ago, losing to Alabama in a classic game, and then finally getting over the hump last year. And we've seen this program under Dabo Swinney kind of make incremental progress over the years. And I think last year was a culmination of just years and years of an ascent, gradual ascent. First they had to get it done against Florida State within the ACC. They had to prove that they could beat them, and they've done that the past couple of years running. And then they had to get over the hump nationally, and obviously to beat Alabama last year, which we all know what kind of behemoth Alabama is, right, and the history and tradition there. And for Clemson to finally get over that hump. The main question I have now is, can they maintain it? The big question, obviously, this year for those guys is you lose Deshaun Watson. You lose some other skill guys on offense. They have some holes defensively they have to fill. But again, as long as they continue to recruit at a high level, I don't think talent is going to be an issue. But they're going to be a favorite on that side of the ACC and the Atlantic Division. It's going to be them and Florida State that most people expect to come out of that side. And then nationally, if they win that division and they're playing for the ACC championship again, then who knows? I think they're going to have an opportunity to make it back to the playoff. Florida State, they're loaded with talent. They open up here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium Labor Day weekend against Alabama. How do you see that game playing out? And do you think it's a preview of a playoff or a national championship game? It could be. It definitely could be, especially because it's so early in the year. Whichever team loses that game is going to have an opportunity to come back and kind of rebuild their season. And rebuild is a kind of a funny word to use just because, again, it's only one loss. But obviously with the way that college football is structured, one loss, it really hurts you. It makes the margin of error that much more difficult and that much more smaller to overcome. Really, either one of those teams, whichever one loses that game, is not going to really have an opportunity to slip up again. They're going to have to kind of be perfect if they want to wind up in the college football playoff at the end of the year. But yeah, it could be certainly a preview of a college football playoff. The opening of that stadium is going to be an exciting thing. I'm sure that place is going to be packed. Yeah, when you're talking about FSU, past couple of years they haven't quite met their goal. They've reached a point under Jimbo Fisher where they expect to certainly win the Atlantic Division every year, have an opportunity to play in the college football playoff, play for a national championship, and that should be the expectation at a place like Florida State. You certainly have to look at them as a college football playoff favorite to make it that far. Now, what's up with Louisville? Lamar Jackson is one of the stars of the ACC, stars in the nation. Do you think they can do well, and do you see him with back-to-back Heisman trophies? Well, I think that's going to be tough. He's the last guy. Yeah, he's the last person to do that. I think is who Archie Griffin. Yeah, never been done. That's like 40 years ago. Yeah, so other guys have had opportunities. Tim Tebow had an opportunity to do that. I'm sure some other people, no names are jumping out at me immediately, but it is kind of rare for a Heisman Trophy winner to come back and have an opportunity to do that the very next year. And strangely, we're not even really seeing or hearing a whole lot of hype about Lamar entering this year. I think that's been kind of an odd thing. I think, if anything, he's been a little bit under the radar, which is kind of surprising. But, part of it makes a little bit of sense.